Namaste, mere pyare bachcho. Welcome back. Your exams are just around the corner, and I know you're all studying so hard. So today, let's really nail a super important chapter together, integers. We're going to make sure you can score full marks on this one. So are you ready to explore the other side of zero? Let's go.
First things first, a little question for you. We all know what zero means, right? It's like nothing, nada. But have you ever just stopped and wondered, can there actually be something less than nothing? What could possibly be on the other side of zero? Let's find out.
You're already masters accounting. I know this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and of course our hero, 0. All these numbers, they line up so nicely to the right of 0, but look at all that empty space on the left. What's going on there? Well, today, we're off on an adventure to discover that secret world of numbers hiding right there.
To make this whole thing super simple, let's start with a little story. It's a story about a magical place that's going to make integers feel just like a fun game. So come on, let's step inside Bela's building of fun.
Wow, look at this amazing building. It's kind of like those big malls, It has floors way up high above the ground, but the fun doesn't stop there. It also has these super cool floors down in the basement, below the ground. And right in the middle, that's the ground floor, our starting point.
Now, just imagine you're in the lift inside this building. If you want to go up to the food court, you press the plus button, right? We can write those floors as +1, +2. But what if you want to go down to the cool basement floors? Well, you press the minus button, and we write those as -1, -2. See? It's that simple. Up is plus, and down is minus.
So any number that has a little plus sign in front of it, we call that a positive number. These are all the floors above the ground floor, like the Art Center at floor +2. And remember, all positive numbers are always greater than 0.
And what about the numbers with a minus sign? Well, those are negative numbers. These are all the floors below the ground. Like the spooky ghost house at floor -4, or the awesome dinosaur park at floor -5. They are all less than 0. So you see, negative numbers aren't scary at all. They're where all the cool stuff is.
Okay, so Bela's building is a really fun way to get it. But you might be thinking, do we actually use these plus and minus numbers in the real world? And the answer is, oh yes, absolutely. You see them every single day.
Have you ever seen your parents' bank passbook or a message from the bank? When money is put in, that's a credit. That's a positive number. But when money is spent or taken out, that's a debit, and that's a negative number. So if your account ever showed -50 rupees, it just means you've spent 50 rupees more than you had.
Or how about this? When it gets really cold, the temperature can actually drop below 0 degrees Celsius. In beautiful places like Leh and Ladakh during the winter, the temperature can be -2 or even -4 degrees. Brr! That negative number is just telling you to put on an extra sweater.
And get this, we even use integers to measure our whole planet. Just think of the sea level as our big 0 point. The height of the mighty Mount Everest is a huge positive number, over +8,800 meters. And the deepest part of the ocean? That's a huge negative number, almost -11,000 meters deep. Wow.
Now, I want you to listen closely because this next part should make every single Indian student feel so proud. This whole idea of 0 and negative numbers, do you know where it came from? It was a gift from India to the entire world. Let's meet the genius who gave us this gift.
This is the great Indian mathematician, Brahmagupta. Almost 1,400 years ago, long back, he was the very first person in the world to write down clear rules for how to use 0, positive numbers, and negative numbers in maths. Isn't that amazing? What we are learning today was his incredible discovery.
And you know what's best? He made the rules so easy. If you add 2 positive numbers, the answer is positive. Easy. If you add 2 negative numbers, the answer is negative. Simple. And what if you have one of each? Just subtract the smaller number from the bigger one, and the answer takes the sign of the bigger number. Like in -5 + 3. 5 is bigger than 3, and it's negative, so our answer has to be negative. It's that easy.
All right, now you get the concept. You know the history, and you know the rules. So, the big question is, are you ready for your exam? I think you are. Let's try a problem that you might see on your test paper.
Okay, just imagine this. You have 50 rupees of pocket money. That's a positive thing, right? So that's +50.
But oh no, you get really hungry and you spend 70 rupees at the canteen. Spending money is like taking it away, so that's a negative. That's minus 70. So what's your situation now?
Let's write it down as a math problem. You have 50 and you take away 70. This is just the same as adding a positive 50 and a negative 70. Now, remember Brahmagupta's rule for when we have one positive and one negative number?
We just subtract the smaller number from the larger one. So 70 minus 50 is 20. And since the larger number, 70, had a negative sign, our answer is minus 20. So you have a balance of minus 20 rupees. It just means you owe the canteen uncle 20 rupees. See? Integers just helped us solve a real-life problem.
And there you have it, my dear students. Positive numbers, negative numbers, and our hero 0. They're not difficult at all, are they? It's all just a fun game, kind of like snakes and ladders. You are now completely ready to handle any question on integers. I wish you all the very, very best for your exams. Go and do brilliantly.